From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. The Liberal government's budget was introduced on Tuesday and then passed two hurdles this week in the form of sub-amendments aimed at rejecting the document. But the fact that the federal Conservatives lost a pair of MPs in that same time frame, including one defection to the Liberals, took all the air out of the room. For weeks, rumors have been swirling that some members of Leader Pierre Poilievre's Conservative caucus were considering a switch to the government side, and that Poilievre's team was applying pressure to dissuade them. Tory House Leader Andrew Scheer tried to flip the tables on that narrative.
The only rumors I've heard of intimidation and harassment are from Liberals badgering Conservatives in elevators and calling them at home.
Still, Nova Scotia MP Chris D'Entremont's shift Tuesday to the Liberals triggered some nasty name-calling from his former party mates, describing him as an idiot and a coward. Out to the West Coast, where Katie Pasitny, the daughter of the co-owner of Universal Ostrich Farms in southeast British Columbia, says the farm is now ground zero for change in the Canadian Food Inspection Agency's stamping out policy when it comes to avian flu. Her comments coming after the agency says professional marksmen carried out the cull the farmers had been fighting for more than 10 months following an outbreak among the flock.
It doesn't matter if it's a chicken or if it's a 35-year-old ostrich. No animal should have to die inhumanely, neglected, tortured, without the hands that they've trusted to protect them for the years that we've had them.
Supporters had gathered at the farm praying for a miracle to save the ostriches, but their hopes were dashed Thursday as the Supreme Court of Canada announced it would not be hearing the farm's final appeal against the cull order. Canada is marking Indigenous Veterans Day today, highlighting the wartime experiences of First Nations individuals who served in the military. Scott Sheffield, an associate professor in history at the University of Fraser Valley in BC, says the battlefield was a place where some could find a sense of belonging away from racism at home. Beginning as a grassroots movement in Winnipeg back in 1993, Sheffield says the commemoration is a logical precursor to Remembrance Day on November 11th. Overseas, where Israel has returned the bodies of 15 Palestinians to Gaza, this comes a day after militants returned the remains of a hostage to Israel under the terms of the tenuous ceasefire agreement in the two-year war. The exchange marked another step forward, keeping the possibility of peace alive. Now, on a lighter note,
I feel the need for speed.
Alberta is considering raising the speed limit on its divided highways to 120 kilometers per hour. Drivers on several divided highways are currently limited to going just 110 kilometers per hour. One such road is the heavily used corridor connecting Calgary and Edmonton, which Premier Danielle Smith says was designed for faster speeds. An online government survey on speed limits is now open and will close early next month. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, teenage sensation Macklin Celebrini remains the NHL scoring leader after tallying a goal and an assist for the San Jose Sharks in a 2-1 win over the Winnipeg Jets. Celebrini scored a beautiful goal before assisting on Will Smith's winner, bringing his season point total to 23 in 15 games. Meanwhile, Connor Bedard had a goal and 3 assists, moving to within 1 point of Celebrini's scoring lead as the Chicago Blackhawks blanked the Calgary Flames 4-0. Elsewhere in the NHL, Minnesota got by the Islanders 5-2, and the Rangers beat Detroit 4-1. Over to the NBA now, where Brandon Ingram scored 20 points as the Toronto Raptors rallied to beat the Atlanta Hawks 109-97 for their 4th straight victory. They were down 13 in the second quarter, Toronto taking an 82-81 lead midway through the fourth, and then never looking back. And Canada's Jamal Murray put up 23 points as the Denver Nuggets improved to 5-0 at home with a 129-104 win over the Golden State Warriors. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.